Good evening, everybody. WWE Review guys here with our Royal Rumble predictions. We're going to go ahead and do these now because we're fairly certain that the card is set the way it is. There's a possible addition of one match. That would be Chavo Guerrero versus CM Punk for the ECW Championship. I don't want to see that match happen. Scott doesn't want to see that match happen, so we're going to completely exclude it. We're not even going to count it if it does happen.
Right. So,
but just to clarify, these are not our official predictions. These are just what we think is going to happen as of now.
Right. So this basically opens the floodgates for you now to make your picks on our.
We will post our official predictions later in the week.
Yes.
And we'll get to that at the end of this broadcast. So. Scott is going to go ahead and start with the first match.
First match we're going to discuss and guess is going to be the MVP Ric Flair match. I'm going to pick Flair to win. I think rumor has it that Royal Rumble is going to be Flair's last hurrah, which I think sounds about right. It doesn't really feel like the story has progressed enough to end it here. So I'm going to say Flair to win. What do you say?
I'm going to agree with Scott. I'm also going to pick Ric Flair to win. I don't think the Royal Rumble is going to be the right spot to end this whole Ric Flair thing. I think that's going to be at WrestleMania. The way I think this is going to happen is I think Matt Hardy is going to make his comeback at the Royal Rumble and assist Flair in some way to help Flair get the win over MVP. You know, Matt Hardy is due back soon, and I think that is what's going to happen.
Be a good way to reignite their little feud.
Yeah, it'd be a good way to start things up again.
It's a really good guess. Very
okay.
Smart.
The next match is Jericho versus JBL. This is probably the hardest match on the card for me to call. But I'm going to go ahead and I'll go on a limb here, and I'm going to say JBL is going to win. I hate to say that. I love Jericho. It kind of sucks him losing 2 feuds in a row. But I think they hyped this whole JBL comeback so strong that it wouldn't make any sense to have him lose. So I think JBL is going to win. It's probably going to be some crappy way. It may even by a DQ. I mean, Jericho could win by a DQ, but get his ass kicked. But I still think JBL is going to win the match.
And I tend to agree with that. This match isn't really for anything, so it's kind of a toss-up. And JBL's just been so over the top. Just everything he's done has just been so much lately that it just seems like he's going to win just for. They're just really hyping him now. I kind of think that's going to happen. But I mean, it would be great if Jericho won. I think the fans would like it best. But I think they're really pushing JBL as the super bad guy. I think I think he's gonna pull this one out. Next match, Mysterio versus Edge. I'm going to pick Edge to win because I think Edge is going to retain his title until WrestleMania when he defends it against Undertaker, most likely, and it just doesn't seem like they would take it away from him and then give it back to him right before. So I think Edge to retain.
I'm also picking Edge to win. I like Mysterio, but Mysterio it would make any sense to make Mysterio the champion right now. There's too much still involved in this whole Edge Undertaker feud. So Edge is going to win, and as he said, it's going to set up the Edge Undertaker feud at WrestleMania. The fourth match.
The biggie.
Randy Orton versus Jeff Hardy for the WWE Championship. I gotta tell you, folks, the internet is buzzing right now. People are loving this feud. Jeff has been doing absolutely insane things every week. It's done a lot for both these guys' careers. You know, Jeff is just so over right now. It's insane. But the harsh reality of the situation is Jeff is going to lose. To Randy Orton at the Royal Rumble. It's been too much Jeff for too long. We haven't seen any of the momentum in Orton's favor. And usually when the momentum is shifting in one direction so much, it ends up swaying at the last minute to the other guy. And since Jeff has been doing all these crazy things every week, and is, like I said, getting a win every week, being pushed over every week, I think Orton is going to find some way to win at the Royal Rumble. And I hate to say that, I really, really do. I mean, you have no idea how much I hate to say that, but I am going to pick Randy Orton to beat Jeff Hardy.
I'm still up in the air on this one, but I'm leaning toward Hardy to win because somebody commented on one of the videos. They said that they think that Hardy should win, even if he just has the title for a couple of months. He deserves it, and that's what I think. I think he's done so much for the last couple of months for that whole main event, Orton needed a shot in the arm, definitely.
And you know what? I would agree with that if it was any other time of year. But the problem with that is this is the Royal Rumble. WrestleMania is 2 months away. There's only one pay-per-view in that gap. That's the No Way Out pay-per-view.
So you don't think he'd lose
He could do that. That could happen. But I still think that gap is too close, and I don't think they're going to have Jeff in the main event at WrestleMania. I mean, I'd love to see that, but I don't think that's going to happen.
But I'm going to pick him to win, but because he really deserves it. I think it would be a sin for him to lose for as much as he's done lately. He completely deserves it, and that's the only reason I'm picking him. But so I'm going with Hardy.
Okay. Next,
The Rumble, the Great Royal Rumble. This is my first one ever. I've only seen them on YouTube, past events, so I'm really not much of an expert on them. But I'm going to just listen to Chris's advice when he's kind of, for months he's had this all set up that you believe that it's going to be Triple H to win, so he will have he'll be in the title contention for the big WWE Championship.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to do what he said because that's the only thing I know to do. I mean I could pick John Morrison, but you'll just laugh at me, and so will most of the other people out there.
Yeah,
but I still think he's going to have a strong showing.
He could.
In the Rumble.
I've said for many months now, I heard a rumor many months ago that it was going to be Randy Orton versus Triple H at WrestleMania 24, and Edge and The Undertaker at WrestleMania 24. I don't think The Undertaker is going to win the Royal Rumble 2 years in a row. I think The Undertaker is going to win it No Way Out. So that just through process of elimination, Triple H is going to run at the Royal Rumble. I think it's setting up nicely for that to happen. He's going to get in the last week of eligibility, and I think it's going to come down to, for starters, I think it's going to come down to 3 guys: Triple H, Batista, and The Undertaker. I think they're going to be the final 3. I think The Undertaker is going to get kicked out. I think Batista and Triple H are going to work together to kick The Undertaker out, and then I think Triple H is going to defeat Batista and win the Royal Rumble. So I am picking Triple H to win the Royal Rumble. So there you have it. Those are our predictions, everybody. So for the challenge, this is it. This is when you start posting your predictions. You post a comment to this video, okay? Right underneath me here, okay? Right down there.
And me also.
Yeah.
Both.
That's where you start posting your predictions. You have up until the Saturday before the Rumble to post your predictions. After that, we'll take no more from anybody else. And as we said, we will post ours probably later in the our official predictions probably later in the week. So you can start posting now. You can wait, but this is the time. This is when you start doing that for the pay-per-view challenge. So there you have it, everybody. Those are our Royal Rumble predictions, and we will see you down the road.
Peace.